Hey guys, it's Brooke, and welcome to the first segment of Fabulous Finds. So, if you've been to YouTube or if you're looking at Instagram, I'm sure you've probably noticed like you can start different series with your videos, and that's what I'm going to do. Because because it's just easier, like especially if you want to just see all the DIY things I'm doing to like click on a playlist and whatnot. So, I started a new segment called Fabulous Finds, and I'm going to tell you why. So, if you weren't aware, I bought a house built in 1840. I call it Wildfell Manor. And so it's Victorian. And so it's like 3 times the size of my first house, which is this really tiny 2-bedroom cottage. And so although the amount of furniture I had in my last house was sufficient for that, I don't have nearly enough furniture for this house. So, originally I had been planning to just, buy new furniture a piece at a time, go buy furniture from places where they let you customize the upholstery. So it's like you pick the base and you just pick the fabric. I was having a couple problems. Number one, it's a Victorian, so I don't want anything modern. I want something that's more traditional or Victorian. Well, today's, traditional look, in my opinion, is still way too contemporary for my house. The other thing is that today's furniture tends to be, in my opinion, a little bit oversized. And when you have an older house, it's more compartmentalization, which is fine. I like it. I don't like the open floor concept. But in terms of the rooms are a little bit on a smaller scale. And so the oversized furniture of today does not really work well with the scale of the house. And so to me, the only way to get things that I feel are going to be appropriately proportioned in my house is to get antiques and refinish them or, have them reupholstered. So in my opinion, there's 2 different types of antique stores. There are the antique stores which have realized that a lot of people buy antiques because they're going to refinish it. And yes, I think they know to a certain extent that some people are buying antiques and they're going to refinish it and then sell it. And so they know that like if you refinish it and sell it, you're going to get a lot more money. And so in my opinion, they sell it to you for the price that you would be getting after you refinished it, which I don't understand how they do that considering the fact that they haven't refinished it. And then you have antique stores who, they know people are going to do it, and they realize, hey, listen, if you want to put the sweat equity into it, you do it. We're just going to sell it for what the actual value is. And they don't like to have, their stock staying around, so if things don't sell, they start slashing those prices, so that's the place. So there are 2 different types of places. So the headboard that I showed you for my bedroom, I got that from one of the high price antique stores. It was on eBay. I bid lower and I got them to lower the price. They have a lot of inventory and their inventory does not move because in my opinion, it's extraordinarily overpriced. It's just like, in my opinion, a lot of that stuff on there, some of the stuff I think is like double. I think they're charging double what they should, and if they slash those prices in half, I think they'd be flying. Their inventory would be flying off the shelves, but they don't. Some of that stuff, if you go into the eBay store, it's been sitting there for like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months. So this particular piece I got from Antiques Marketplace, which is in Hamilton, and they're one of the types of people, like they sell everything is priced appropriately and they want to move their stock. This I think was a new piece. I don't recall seeing it in there the last time it was in there, but it was $48. So it's a bigger table. The gaming table I had before, I loved it, and I was debating on should I put it in my bedroom or should I put it in the breakfast room. And so I was like, I wish I could find one that was bigger, and I saw it. And with the gaming tables, the way they're closed up, they actually look like a big like hall console table. And so when I saw it, I was like, is it? No. I'm like, what are the odds that I go into the same store and find two different gaming tables within a span of a week? Well, I did. And so it's priced lower than the other one because this one, the top on it is damaged, so I'm gonna have to refinish it and fix it. But I don't mind because it's gonna be really nice when it's done, and this is gonna go in my breakfast table. So this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be antiquing I'm going to be watching some YouTube videos trying to figure out how to reupholster stuff. If I get like, if I find like a Victorian like settee or couch, for example, like at Goodwill, because I do sometimes you do have them where it's like cheap, like really cheap, like we're talking like, $20-$40, because the last couch I had in my other house, I found at a thrift store for, kid you not, $40. I may actually pull it apart to see if I can reupholster. Because obviously, if I have to reupholster, take it to a place to get reupholstered, that's what I'll do. But if it's something that, especially with a smaller piece, if it's something I can do myself, then obviously, that's going to be a lot better. So this is the first of, well, I guess technically second of my fabulous finds. And I will keep you posted. I will do a separate video on actually opening this thing out, because I'm gonna actually have to put the camera on a tripod. Like, it's really ingenious how they made it. And it took me plus 2 other store associates to figure out how to set this table up. And it was great. They don't make them like this anymore. This one doesn't have a compartment. It doesn't have a compartment for like game pieces. It has music symbols on the bottom of it, so the guy said he thought that it probably was sitting in a music room. So, like I said, it's not the gaming table I had before. Already was actually a little bit shorter. This one's more like standard height, but yeah, no, I'm really excited. So this one's gonna go in my breakfast room. So I will tell you about my plans for the breakfast room later, but that's my find, and I will keep you posted as I find more. And if you find something, post a picture, because I want to see what everybody's getting. Okay, so I hope you guys are enjoying your Wednesday, and I'll see you guys in the next video.